Hello again, Rebecca here. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to Mixed Media Frenzy. And today is our YouTube hop. And here is the lift that we are all going to be scrapping today. So I did see that there was some black, it looked like butterflies. And I have this very large Stampin' Up! Background stamp, which I believe is called Swallowtail. And I did want to do some like mixed media over the top of it. So I decided what better way than to heat emboss. And I didn't have a picture picked out for this. So I just go through my iris case there, and I have ones that separated out by, like, I have my Christmas ones to do for my Christmas hop all through the year. And then I have my son's graduation when it was in there, which will switch into something else. And these are just the pictures that I want to scrapbook. Because I went through all of my files and found some that I'd like to scrapbook. And then I just go through there and pull them out as I decide to start scrapbooking. I do take my powder bag right here, and there was a lot of powder left in that little tub there, so I just sprinkled it on the page. I did gesso my page with some clear gesso, and I'm going to do two very large butterflies. So I'm using my Versamark ink, and I just put the powder on there so that the I'm going to use black embossing powder. So I'm just trying to keep it from, making little dots all over the page, which, since this is going to be such a messy mixed media background anyway, probably wasn't necessary, but that's all right. So because the Versamark ink is such a wet and sticky ink, you can let it sit for a minute. It doesn't dry right away. So I do just apply a very thick amount. I'm very, very liberal with it. I am all over it. And I don't even use a stamping block, guys, when it comes to the background stamps. I just use my hand and it works. So I have my black embossing pattern. You see there's a big 5 on the top of it. That's just how I store it. And then I have it numbered in my inventory binder so that I can look through it. And then when I open the drawer, I can see on tops of all the containers. Now, I use the coffee filter just to go ahead and catch all the excess, and that is a very cheap and inexpensive way to do that because I don't throw it away. I reuse it until it's unable to be reused again, but it also is very easy to catch all of the excess and be able to dump it back into the little container there. So I do take my heat gun and I let that heat up for a few minutes prior to doing it so that it's good and hot, so that it just melts the embossing powder right away and I don't actually end up burning the paper or the powder. If you leave it on there too long, you can burn the powder. So as soon as it starts to turn shiny, move on. And I love this. So I let that dry a little bit just so that it's, everything is dry. And I'm going to grab my 2 Dina Winkley the Media Gloss Spray. This is in the fuchsia, and I just spritz it right onto the page in my little splat box that I made there from some shipping boxes. And then I grab the one in cheddar, and I spray it on there as well. And I come back in with each of them. I do also off screen after I turn the camera on, I do splatties. And I let that dry, but I wanted them to kind of mix a little bit because they were going to make orange. Totally love it. Now I do have these 3 pieces of paper from a 6x6 paper pad, and I've been really in the habit of when I want to back my photo, I start reaching for these paper pads, which is totally awesome thanks to all of the scraps and the scrap hops and the classes that we had been participating in so far in 2021. I'm just going to keep cutting them down until I get them to a size I like. I grabbed these 3 colors because that's kind of what the background is like. Now, while I'm doing all of these, I do want to remind you that today is the Mixed Media Frenzy Hop, where us regular Friday Mixed Media gals invite all our crafty friends to play along. And that is always the last Friday of the month. And if you would be interested in playing along, hop on over to our Facebook page and let us know. Our next hop will be on the 30th of April, and we always pick out a sketch or a page to scrap lift something off of or just get your inspiration from. So moral of all that is in the description down below. I will have a list of all the channels that are playing along. So when you're done watching my video, don't forget to hop on down there and hop on over to their channel and give them some love. Subscribe to their page if you have not already. So that is totally dry, and I am super in love with that background. So you will be seeing more of this a lot, because there are so many color combinations and things that I can do with stamps and embossing, and oh, so much fun. I did pull out my older fabric flowers that I've had for quite some time, and I want to get them used onto the page as well. And then I do grab that big old stash of rhinestones that I'm going to use as the center. Now I do put a lot of glue on these, and I use the liquid glue because of the mixed media and the gesso and the embossing and all that stuff. I want it to stay, but it's very dimensional, but I super love the color scheme, and I love how like the cheddar and the fuchsia mixed into like a pretty like sunset orange, and oh, I can just see me doing this with like blues and making a beach layout and greens and making a fun happy spring layout, and this color combination again because, well, I love it. And this is older photos, so I can do this exact layout again, something new, but I won't. You guys know I won't. I might. So I am just getting them all stuck down, and like I said, I do have these leaves as well, and I just start sticking them in, and I am putting a lot of glue on there and just getting it to stay. I do want to take the time to thank everybody this month that has went on over and subscribed to my page. I cannot believe how fast my channel is growing, and all the wonderful comments and likes and everything that you guys do on a daily basis when I have a video. I really honestly cannot thank you enough and tell you how honored and appreciated I feel. I'm beyond words. When I started my channel, obviously I never thought it would grow, and I didn't know if anybody would ever actually watch me. And I just want to say thank you. I did take some extra of those gems and pop them in and around there that match the color. So I just grabbed that orangey yellow. And then I get some of these pink, and I'm like tone on toning it. So it's like where the pink spray is, I'm adding the pink gems, and where the orange and yellow spray is, I'm adding the orange and yellow gems. And then we're going to get my title down, and I'm going to glue that as well. So I will not do that all on the screen, but we were at a Cardinals game, St. Louis Cardinals, and we were in the club seating, and I don't know if that's how all the stadiums are, but the club seating is basically right behind home plate. In Busch Stadium, the seats are green. All the other seats are red throughout the stadium, but the club seating is green, and that means that you have your own personal wait staff, and you get to eat in the Cardinals clubhouse, which I have been there several times, and I have met baseball players such as Whitey Herzog, Jim Edmonds, Ankiel, Lou Brock. I mean, a tremendous amount of them, because they hang out in the clubhouse. So, and it's like the restaurant bar that they have in there. So, yeah, so you get to meet them. But that's going to do it. So if you liked my video, please give me a thumbs up. Click that subscribe button down below, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.